In the year 1828, there was a conspiracy in the capital that threatened to extinguish the fragile experiment of liberty across northern South America. This is the true life story of Manuela Sáenz, the quiet seamstress's daughter from Quito, who became the confidant, lover, and savior of Simón Bolívar. Born in 1797 into a Creole world reshaped by revolution, Manuela moved through salons and barracks with a restless intelligence. By 1822, in the aftermath of the decisive Southern campaigns, she met Bolívar. She arrived as an admirer and left as an indispensable partner in a romance that was as political as it was passionate. Gran Colombia, the republic Bolívar had fought to forge, was splintering. Regional elites, veterans of the wars, and liberal politicians argued bitterly over central authority versus local autonomy. Bolívar, convinced that strong leadership was the only bulwark against collapse and royalist resurgence, concentrated power to hold the Union together. That concentration bred enemies, former allies who saw dictatorship where he saw salvation. On the night of September 25, 1828, that tension crystallized into a plot. Men within the capital's military and political circles arranged to remove Bolívar permanently. They timed their move for an evening when security would be lax, hoping that killing the man who had become both symbol and engine of the new order would free them to reshape the republic. Manuela was at the center of the story that followed. She moved in a web of friendships and confidences, female networks, officers' quarters, and salon talk, through which she learned fragments of the plot. Contemporary accounts vary on the exact chain of events, but the shape of the night is clear. Manuela warned Bolívar, intercepted conspirators, and placed herself between the assassins and the man she loved. She reportedly barged into his bedchamber, roused him, and helped him escape through a window or back passage as the conspirators burst into the house. Some witnesses say she fought with them. Others recall her shrill warning cries scattering the attackers. Whatever the precise choreography, historians agree on the outcome. Bolívar lived, and those who would assassinate him failed. Why does this matter beyond romance? The Septembrine conspiracy was not a mere act of personal revenge. It was the culmination of a political fracture, federalists and regional caudillos unwilling to cede autonomy, military officers resentful of politicization of command, and elites who feared Bolívar's growing authority. If the plot had succeeded, not only would Bolívar have died, but the fragile project of a united northern South America might have fractured even earlier, and the symbolic figure of the Liberator would have been erased from the political imagination that bound new nations together. In the immediate aftermath, Bolívar consolidated power with renewed suspicion. Manuela's courage was acknowledged by friends and reviled by enemies. To many, she became La Libertadora del Libertador, the woman who saved the liberator. Yet safety was ephemeral. Political tides turned. Gran Colombia unraveled within 2 years. Bolívar's dream faltered. Manuela, who had accompanied him across battlefields and capitals, would be exiled after his death in 1830. She died in obscurity in 1856 in Peru. Her name would be resurrected decades later by historians and poets. This is a love that altered history. It was intimate and public, tender and strategic, a relationship knit into the machinery of revolution. The conspiracy of 1828 exposed the brittle loyalties holding new nations together, and the night Manuela Sáenz acted revealed how one woman's courage could divert the course of a continent. Today, as scholars re-examine letters, eyewitness accounts, and archival fragments, that night remains a hinge, not only in Bolívar's biography, but in the story of South America's first perilous experiments with republican government.